Ever wondered what makes Red Dead Redemption one of the most beloved video game series? Before diving in, here's a quick reminder to tap that like button and subscribe for more fascinating stories about your favorite games. Now, picture this: sprawling landscapes, characters with gripping depth, and a narrative that makes you reflect on life and morality. Uh, it's no surprise that fans have fantasized about a movie adaptation. Uh, and but would bringing this epic to the big screen work? Video game adaptations have seen hit or miss results in Hollywood, and this raises questions about whether Red Dead Redemption could ever make the transition gracefully. Unlike other recent successes, Red Dead stories sprawling across hours of gameplay doesn't easily lend itself to a 2 hour runtime or even a multi-season series. Uh, the lush open world experience of the game is as much about wandering the Wild West as it is about completing uh, task driven missions. Compressing 60 hours of storytelling into movie sized bites uh, would mean losing some of what makes the game magical or bias. And this might explain Rockstar's stance. We're here to make games, not movies. But that doesn't mean a Red Dead movie is entirely without hope. What if filmmakers looked beyond trying to faithfully recreate the existing narrative and instead explored untold stories? Take, for instance, the game's early days, Sadie Adler's adventures after the main storyline, or the life of Jack Marston as an outlaw. And talking more to say these are all directions that could breathe fresh life into the cowboy legend with plenty of material ripe for exploration. The gang's origins could make a nostalgic yet raw film. Imagine Dutch, Hosea, Arthur, and John in their idealistic early days, before moral lines blurred and chaos tightened its grip, teaching each other life skills and bonding like a family. The gang wasn't just working to survive, they were chasing a peculiar vision of freedom in an untamed land. Sprinkle in conflicts with rivals like the O'Driscolls, high stakes heists, and moments that eventually shaped Arthur and John into the complex men we meet in the game. Uh, Toss in some gorgeous Western landscapes and a relatable theme about searching for purpose in an unforgiving world, and you've got something worth showing at Sundance. Or let's talk Sadie Adler. Who wouldn't want to see Sadie storm the South American gold mines, fueled by determination and armed with wit sharper than her knife? And fans adored her, her transformation from grieving widow to fearless bounty hunter. But there are glimpses of deeper layers to her character that could dazzle on screen. Picture Sade teaming up with a revolutionary whose idealism is as fiery as her gun belt, combining love, rebellion, and outlaw flair into a Bonnie and Clyde style spectacle. You could pretty much hear her say, "I'll save the world one bounty at a time after saving this gold mine." And then there's Jack Marston, whose outlaw life could be its own riveting uh, chronicle C. And his revenge against Agent Ross set the tone for a morally gray path. But what came next? The world may have moved on from its Wild West era by 1914, uh, but Jack remained perhaps as one of the last fading outlaws, struggling against modernity and his actions, consequences. Jack's story could touch on themes of legacy, guilt, and grappling with change. As one fun hint from Rockstar implies, a book titled Red Dead, written by Jay Marston, might be his attempt to immortalize his experiences, or maybe it's his redemption arc, a way to make peace with his past. So while adapting the interactive layered stories of the Red Dead series might seem as tricky as saddling up on Dutch's convoluted plans, the possibility of untouched narratives give Hollywood intriguing paths to explore. Um, just don't cram 60 hours into two. Think wider horizons, richer moments, and untold legends. And here's the concluding joke for the ride. If a Red Dead movie ever gets made, let's just hope Dutch doesn't direct it. We'd probably hear, I have a plan for half the runtime. With that said, thanks for watching, and